This is Cindy and welcome to my channel. Today I am very excited about this. I have gotten a journal from my July journal swap. This is from Markie Dixon. I have already taken it out of the envelope because I just couldn't wait. But what I think is really cool, now she put a piece of cardboard around it to make sure that things weren't going to get squashed. And look, it's the box for Candyland. Oh, you know that that's going to become a cover at some point, somehow, some way. We're going to figure that one out. That'll be fun. Inside was this little box, a little bag of goodies. And this is one of the things I have to get better at. I never think to include little things like this, but isn't that adorable? It's on a playing card of some sort. I can't quite tell what kind. But this is just really cool. Pipe cleaner, looks like. And but it looks so pretty just as it is. I'm not sure I ever want to take it apart. There's a little tag. There's some lavender in here. Oh, that smells wonderful. And a page from an Edith Holton. Oh, I can't remember her name right now. Anyway, it's a page from her book. I recognize that print, which is really cool. She's wrapped the whole thing with a piece of sari silk, which is really good. I will be using that for something. I have no sari silk at all. I don't have any of this, and it's so soft. It is so soft. She's wrapped the whole thing in tissue paper, and I do like this idea, and I'm going to have to steal it because this is a really neat way of passing tissue paper on from one person to the next. And this tissue paper, I was just thinking the other day, I am out of this color. You know, if you've been following my channel, I do a lot with tissue paper. Well, I am out of this particular color. I only had one sheet of it that was left over from something. And now I have 2 more sheets. This is great. So thank you, Markie. Believe it or not, you had a need with that. This, I will admit, I did open this already because I was curious. I really wanted to see what she did. And this is just stunningly beautiful. She has a, made out of sari silk, she has this tassel on the side with a peacock feather over here. And I will tell you, peacocks have a special meaning to me. The very first time my husband and my 2 children and I went to Disney World, we have always stayed at Fort Wilderness. We had a camper, a pop-up, no air conditioning, no nothing, just the pop-up. But the first time we went, we had parked the car, gotten the thing open, the camper open, got ourselves settled, and we went for a walk. It was early in the morning, the next morning, and we were on our way to the Magic Kingdom. What's cool is in Fort Wilderness, you walk over to the boat dock and then you take the boat ride over to the Magic Kingdom. It's magical and it's wonderful and it's marvelous. In any case, we're on our way walking over towards the boat dock and there were a couple of peacocks. 2 of them, and there were 2 peacock feathers on the ground. And we looked around and there was nobody else was out. The place was, everybody was either still sleeping or they had already left or whatever. There was nobody around. So we picked up the 2 peacock feathers and my husband ran them back to the camper while we went on to the boat dock. He met us up at the boat dock and I still have those 2 peacock feathers. They have faded over time. That's got to be close to, oh, it's over 25 years ago that we went, and I still have those peacock feathers. So the peacocks mean something to me. This is held together with a really cool charm. I've not seen this kind of closure before. It's a safety pin, but on the safety pin, there are several charms. And she has put down, here's a key and a peacock, and let me turn it around so you can see it. It looks like a teardrop with the peacock colors. This is beautiful. This is just absolutely beautiful. The theme this time around was vintage. Oh, look. Okay. Tales of the Jazz Age is what she's called the journal. And there's another peacock feather. Oh, cool. I've sneak peeked this, but I haven't looked really closely. And those are those beautiful peacock colors that shimmer. She's done a little bit of sewing there. We have tucks here. There's a bunch of stuff inside these little pockets, all relating to the Jazz Age. This is really cool. Lots of places to write. There's a little flip up there. There's a little tuck here. And see, you do your sewing and I'm not a big sewer. There's a card in there that feels like it's stuck. I'll work on that later. It's probably just stuck a little bit in there. It's very, very humid here right now, so I'm not surprised. So we have very specific rules about this particular journal. It had to be a certain width, certain height. It was a little smaller. If you watched the video that I made of mine, it's a little bit smaller than what I'm used to. Had to have 2 signatures of a certain number of pages in each. Yes, there is something in there. There's some little fold out. Oh, it's just a little piece of paper. I just want to, okay. It says Scarville Plumbing and Heating, but a really cool place to write, a little place to journal. I'll put that in there. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice old piece. Music plays, because it's the Jazz Age, music plays a big part in all of that she's done there. There's a little boy, a Timples figure there. A postcard. A lot of music. Oh, this is cool. Is that a stencil that you put on there? I don't know how you did that, or how you put that paper together, or if that was a piece of paper that you already had. That's really neat. I like that. A little tuck spot. A lot of these little tuck places. Nice collage over here with the flapper. This is one of those bulb pins holding in the paper and the bag. We have here a little card with writing, a place to write on the back, a bookmark. That's neat. These were actually attached to my paper clip I took. Like I said, I've been kind of exploring a little bit. I didn't look at a lot of it, but I looked at some of it. So that's the first signature. This is the second signature. And again, another bulb pin holding in the picture. This is really pretty lace. Piece of vellum. A neat card. I like that. I like those colors. That's really pretty. And how the colors all kind of blend together. That's really nice. It's a neat card. Western Union Telegraph. I always grew up thinking, you know, someday I'd get a telegram. I've never gotten a telegram my entire life. Nobody's ever sent me a telegram. Another neat collage. Okay, there's some more pieces here, again, that are a little bit stuck because of the weather. Don't worry too much about it. We'll fix it later. Once it cools down, I'll take this into my air conditioning and everything will come out just fine. Cool tile. Looks like a Mahjong tile. Both of these. And Mahjong was a really popular game. It says fads. You have the dance-a-thons, you have the pole sitters, Mahjong. There's a group playing Mahjong. Nice array here. This is really nice. And this lace, or the tassels, this was a big, in the 20s, this was huge. This was everything, all the curtains and whatnot had those tassels. Cute little tuck spot here. And, oh, this folds open. And there's another tuck spot inside. Oh, that's a cool idea. I like that. I'm probably going to steal that idea. This looks like it's an envelope that was stuck here. that she then put paper over and stamped over. And yeah, I'm going to be stealing that idea. That's nice. There's the center of the signature. Little safety pin holding together some more music. A couple of cards here of the scandalous flappers. You scandalous women, you. How dare you admit that you have a body, and a beautiful one at that. So the Kodak, this makes, you don't know this, but this makes a lot of sense to me. Hang on, excuse me, I have to cough. Sorry. This is, I grew up in Rochester, New York, which is the home of Kodak. My mom worked for Kodak. She had a couple, in fact, I have a couple of glamour shots. They asked her to, they were testing out a new camera, and they asked if she would be willing to have some glamour shots taken. So I have some glamour shots of my mom from the 1950s with Kodak. My dad owned a Kodak stereo optic camera. So my slides, when I was a little kid growing up, I thought everybody's slides were in 3D. You wore the glasses with the red lens and the green lens, and you'd sit there, and he had a silver screen, and he would project onto the silver screen, and then he'd flip a little button on his projector, and poof, all of a sudden it would pop into 3D. And I'd spend, I can't tell you how many hours I spent trying to look around behind myself as a little kid. But all my pictures from when I was a kid are in 3D. I have the projector, I have the camera, but it takes 35 millimeter camera, or 35 millimeter film, and it's getting very, very hard to find anymore. These are really pretty. I have some of this kind of gold paper, and I haven't quite figured out what to do with it yet, but that looks really nice. One of the reasons I do these journal swaps is to get ideas, to see how people do things. How are they putting things together? This is a pocket. Again, this stupid humidity. It is, everything's all sticking together. There we go. Look at that. That's really pretty with the music on the back. I'll slide it back in, but hopefully it won't stick again. Okay, this is really cool. There's a map here, and then it opens, and there's this there's the washi tape, and then a really cool journaling card inside, and a little tuck spot down here with netting. That's neat. And then the end. So thank you very much. This is an absolutely wonderful, wonderful present. I am looking forward to snitching some ideas out of here. Like I said, the reason I do these is so that I can get some ideas on some things that I can do next in my journals. Because my journals are not nearly as beautifully complicated as these. Mine are way too simple. I need to step up my game. Very cool. The Jazz Age. Thank you so much, Markie. This is absolutely beautiful. I appreciate it, and I will be stealing some ideas from here. All right, till later. This is Cindy signing off.